welcome to Let's Do Yoga with Joanne, and I'm Joanne. I'm so glad you could be with me today. You might need a book or a yoga block. If you have a yoga block, that's of course best, but you can make do with a book as well. So what is this book? A book written by Andrew Taylor. Just grabbed it off the shelf. Okay, so we'll begin with a breathing exercise, and it's an energizing exercise. So it's the inhale is for the count of 4, and then you're going to hold with your lungs full for the count of 5, and then just blow that air out really fast, like just swoosh it out, so that you get rid of it quickly, and then you go straight back into the inhale. Okay, so it's a invigorating, energizing breathing exercise. So we'll begin with an inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale all at once. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. If you feel dizzy or you need to stop, then just stop. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. All the way. Okay, so a reminder, if I'm ever doing a pose or an exercise or an activity that just doesn't work for you and your body, then back right out of it and join us in the next pose or the next activity. You know, whatever. You know your body best, so you just take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. And we'll go from there into a it's a neck stretch. So the right ear comes down onto the right shoulder. Well, it can't come down onto it. It comes towards it. And then my left arm is going to come behind me. So I can feel that stretch a little bit. And I'm just going to hold it there. Nothing very fancy happening. I just want to stretch out that left-hand side of the neck a little. And then before I actually come out of it, I want my left ear to reach for the ceiling. So it's a little bit of a different movement. Be careful with it. So I'm going to stretch, reach for the ceiling, and then bring my head straight. Okay, and so my whole back and spine has kind of elongated with that movement. Then bring that left arm in front. Put the left ear towards the left shoulder, just feeling that stretch happening on the right-hand side. You can bring that right arm behind you. And again, if that's stretching too much, don't put that arm behind you. And just hang on to it. So at any time, feel free to modify this stuff. Like you can make the stuff a little shorter. You know, you can bend your arms if that's better. Just make it your own. And then I'm going to lift towards the ceiling with that right ear. I'm going to try and kind of stretch everything out a little bit and then bring my head looking straight forward. So I can actually feel that. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back and down. Our inhale, we'll take the gate pose. So for the inhale, I want to have my arms open. Everything's open across the chest, and I'm even going to bring it back and look up and fill the belly with air. That's my inhale. Then the exhale, I'll bring those elbows together. I'm rounding my back. I don't know if you can see that. I'm rounding my back and bending into it so that, you know, the back is nicely rounded. And I'm going to try and tilt that tailbone underneath me. And that becomes my exhale. All right. Inhale. We'll take this pose here. Goalpost arms. Exhale, bring the elbows together and round the back, or this is cat, rounded back. Inhale, opening up, filling the belly with air is cow. And then exhaling, emptying the belly out, rounding the back is cat. One more, inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. And then coming straight, okay? Grab that book or block or whatever you had. So I'm trying to keep my arms this distance apart, and the book or the block keeps that honest, right? Without it, during the exercise, your hands kind of come in and out. But when this is here, it has to stay just so. All right, I'm going to take this book and bring it around to the hip on my right-hand side. So if you have to, if your back says to you that you have to, you can have it more forward. But I am going to try and bring mine to the hip or even slightly behind the hip. Okay, can you feel how that's got a bit of a twist in the spine without too much? I want to bring that all the way up. This is called rainbow arms. So the arms come all the way up. First I take them to the side quite far, and then I come all the way up, reaching as high as I can, bringing it over, turning my torso, and bringing that book right on down to the left hip. I'm saying left and right, and it might look opposite to you. Okay, so once more, I take that all the way up. I'm going to bring that over to the other hip, to my right hip, and bring it down. That's one set, and I'm going to do that twice more, really opening up my shoulders and warming up my back. So bringing it up and over and down to the left hip, and then taking it up, really stretching up and over and bringing it down to the right hip. So a big, big movement. Go nice and slow. And as I said, if you need to modify it, maybe your elbows are bent, maybe you're not reaching as high, and I can demonstrate that. And maybe you're not coming down to the hip, but coming more to the side. Okay, so you have to do whatever it is that works for you. Bring that up. I think sometimes we get caught up in that the pose doesn't look the same as somebody else's, forgetting that neither do you. None of us look the same. Well, apparently everybody has one kind of twin out there, but you know, we don't look like anyone else, therefore why should our poses look exactly the same as anyone else's either? So let's stand up, and we're going to actually be doing kind of a difficult flow in that we'll be doing a warrior 1 and a warrior 2 flow. I'm just going to adjust that camera, so I'm going to be walking towards it and then tilting it a little bit. You'll probably see that action happening on your screen. And then I'll come back to it and see if I can still have my head on, or if I'm going to be decapitated as I get over here. I'm going to move my book so I don't step on it. Okay. So look at that. I'm not decapitated, so it's all good. My right foot is forward. My left foot is back, and I'm on a railroad track, right? So one foot is on one track and one foot is on the other. And I did say this is a little bit of a harder flow than we normally do. Okay, I want to take my warrior 1 arms all the way up on the inhale, but on the exhale, I'm going to lean forward and bring these arms back behind me into what's called devotional warrior or airplane arms warrior. Okay, so inhale all the way up. Exhale, bringing those arms back behind you. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, bring those arms behind you. Now, from here, I want to come into warrior 2. So we haven't done a lot of that. I'm going to bring my torso upright and hold on to the chair. My back foot will pivot on the heel so that the foot opens up into a 90-degree angle. So my toes are pointing straight at you, and these toes are pointing straight ahead of me. Okay, but the pelvis has opened to the side. So that's warrior 2 legs. And so I bring my arms up to shoulder height, and I'm going to look over the front hand and inhale and exhale. Here's where I want to bring in peaceful warrior. So my front hand will reach straight up, and my back hand just comes back to touch my back leg. That's inhale, and then exhale comes to shoulder height. Inhale, and exhale comes to shoulder height. Inhale, and exhale comes to shoulder height. So we have to do another shift. I'm going to put that foot back into a 45-degree angle. So my toes are going to be pointed off at 45 degrees. I want my right hip to come back and my left hip forward, or another way, is to have those hips parallel to the seat of the chair in front of you. Okay, so I want to come into what's called silent warrior. My arms are straight forward. As I inhale, my arms will come up and I'm going to come to tippy toes on that front foot. Now, if you want to hang on to the chair with one hand and lift the other, so you can take your tippy toes, then that's what you do. And that works just fine. And then exhale and bring that arm forward. Inhale, that arm goes up, you tippy toe, and exhale, the arm comes forward. And one more time, the arm comes up, you tippy toe, and the arm comes forward. Then bringing both those feet to your chair, and so mine are wide apart now, okay, like that, and I'm in front of that chair like so. I'm going to take my arms to shoulder height, so it looks like, I'll do it so you can actually see. So it looks like that. My arms are at shoulder height, and I want to bend the knees and bend my elbows. Now they can be down, they can be shoulder height, whatever works for you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. I'm going to do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. And then you can come out of that. Now we got to do all of that on the other side. So I will leave my chair at an angle so you can see what I'm doing a little better. My left foot is going to point forward. My right foot comes back at a 45 degree. So, and I'm on a railroad track, right? One foot is about a foot and a half away from the other. Not a true railroad track, right? Okay. I need to go from inhale, warrior one, to exhale, devotional warrior, or airplane arms warrior. Inhale, warrior one, to airplane arms warrior. And inhale, warrior one, to airplane arms warrior. From here, I want to come to warrior two, and my back will be partially turned to you, and that's okay. I don't mind you seeing what it looks like from this side. If you need to hang on to the chair, of course you can at any time. Otherwise, lift those arms up to shoulder height, and you do one inhale here, and an exhale. Now I want to grab peaceful warrior on my inhale. So it's inhale up, and exhale, shoulder height. Inhale up, and exhale, shoulder height. Inhale up, exhale, shoulder height. One more pivot. So the back foot on the heel, I will pivot to bring those toes to 45 degrees. I want my hips to be parallel to that chair now. So I will bring the left hip back and the right hip forward. Okay, so your right foot is pointing forward, which your left foot is pointing forward, so then your left hip gets pulled back. Oh my goodness, are you confused yet? So, all right, here I am. I want to take my silent warrior. My hands come up and I come on tippy toe. And exhale down. Or you can hang on. Inhale, one arm comes up and you're on tippy toe. And exhale, come down. And then inhale and down. Bring those feet wide apart in front of the chair. Hang on to the chair because you're going to bend those knees a little bit, not as much as you did before. Just get a little bend in those knees. And then come on the tippy toes of your right foot. And then on the tippy toes of your left foot. So you're on both tippy toes. And then come down. I'm sure you felt that last bit there. So I want to come into gate pose on my chair, sitting down. My right foot is going to be pointed towards the camera, and then my left foot comes out to the side. And you can either have it straight out to the side, or maybe that's just not available to you. So if yours is more kind of on the diagonal or your knee is bent, that's okay. It doesn't matter because it's going to be about the stretch in the ribs more than it is about this. But this is just a great way to open up those hips without your body weight on. So I'm taking mine to the side. I want to, on the same hand as the bent knee, okay? So this is my right knee. I got it right this time. I'm going to lift that right hand straight up. Now I can sort of feel that there's a stretch, but if I really reach, like I'm going to try and touch the ceiling, I can literally feel the space opening up by each rib. So I'm going to bring that up, but I can't keep my hand up here because of high blood pressure issues, right? And then you bring it to shoulder height. Not everybody has high blood pressure issues, but a lot of people over the age of 60 do. And then once more, I reach really high, and then I'm going to bring that down, all the way down. So now I want to open on the other side. Maybe I can reach straight up and do that. Maybe I have to bend a little. But do you see I'm kind of hanging onto the chair to support myself? And then I'll bring that arm back to shoulder height. And then bring it up and overhead. Nice and a big, big reach, as big as I can do. And then bring that arm all the way down. Whew. And come back into your seat and get nice and comfy. So I'm going to bring one foot forward. I'll take my right foot. Now you can be all the way back in your chair so that your chair supports that upper leg, or you can hang on to your leg with your hands if that works for you. You can't cross your legs, but you can certainly support your leg if you need to do that. I just want to turn those toes in far enough that I can feel a little bit of work happening on the outside of that leg. Now, not all of you might feel that. And then I'm going to turn it out so I can feel a little bit of work happening on the inside of that leg. And then I'll put that foot down. I just want to take that same thing on the other side. So I'm going to turn my toes in. I feel some work here on this left hip. And then I'm going to turn those toes out and feel some work on the inner thigh. And then bring my foot down. Open up that chest, nice and wide, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Just go ahead and grab a beach ball. We're not going to stay here long, but you're going to round the back and put those arms around a beach ball and then open up again, nice and wide. 4, 3, 2, 1, and grab your beach ball once more. And open up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back into your chair. Rest your hands in your lap. So a short but challenging yoga today. A short but challenging session. Get comfortable, closing your eyes. You know, remembering that this minute or two at the end of every session is the part where your body and your mind processes what you've done. And it's kind of important. So you don't want to, just get up and walk away. Try and soften all the muscles in the toes, the feet, the calves and the thighs. Just let your legs get heavy. Go ahead and sink into the chair. Feel the pressure of the back against the back of the chair against your lower back. Feels good. Bring your elbows a little bit back and a little bit down just to lower those shoulders away from the ears. And release the lower jaw from the upper jaw. Soften the muscles in your cheeks and around your eyes. Let's just do 3 inhales and exhales on your own speed. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And slowly opening your eyes. So thank you for spending some time with me doing some yoga. I love to do yoga. You can probably tell that. And if you liked it, please tap like or share or subscribe. Get it out to some more folks if they need it. And may your inner light shine for all to see. Namaste.